Back in my day, there was nothing but pillaging and plundering. Now it's just way too easy for everyone. They just can go to the store and buy something. No pillaging involved. So, this is Asterix and Obelix, Slap Them All. And it's the Asterix 2D beat 'em up that we always wanted, but we didn't realize we needed it. And yeah, we always got it in 3D with the XXL series, unfortunately. And I would say the graphics get an easy 10 out of 10 for me, and I am, you know how, if you've been watching these videos, I'm really reluctant to give a 10 out of 10, but the animation's quite smooth, everything looks great, it really looks amazing in 4K, the animations and the voice acting is quite good. One criticism, it doesn't really bother me that much, but like they only have a certain number of lines, but that's to be expected. A lot of beat 'em ups, it's like that. They get really repetitive with the voice acting, but it didn't really bother me so much. I just noticed like other people, it bothered them. So pretty much this game is like a love letter in beat 'em up form to Asterix and Obelix. People that have been fans of this series, comic series for decades would love this and just eat this up. The game is oddly glitchy. Like, I played the first level and enemies just froze. If I beat them up, they would fall down and like they'd just be lying down and they would never get back up, or they'd stay dead and be like that. Like, it was just kind of weird. Only the first stage, I don't know why that was the case, but like, it's still a pretty cool game. It seemed fine after that, but it was just weird glitches. I don't know if it's PC only. I assume it was a PC only issue, so it's some sort of porting issue or something. Yeah, they freeze standing straight, leaning over. The boars freeze in mid-panic. I'm not sure if they're supposed to run away. I never saw them again. There's no controller support, which is just ridiculous in this time and age, especially after so much effort's being put towards, you know, the graphics and sounds and everything. It's like, okay, there's no controller support. That should be like an obvious fix, something that should be fixed. So pretty much you spacebar jump, U and I to do punches, and then the O throws your opponent. So it's all smooth, it's all great. Just I'd rather have a controller, and I'm sure like everyone else would too. There is resolution controller support announced. I checked, announced in March, but it's still not here, and it's almost May. So that doesn't really help us right now, but at least they're working on something potentially eventually. With the game looking this good, unfortunately the game I've heard is only 5 or 6 hours long, which doesn't bother me too much. Like, beat 'em ups aren't usually super long, so as long as you know that, get buying this game. The biggest weakness is just there's no obvious unlockables. I couldn't see any proof of anything, so it's a pretty much a one-shot unless you really enjoy the game. And medium difficulty seems to be quite easy. I thought so, then I played some later levels, and with one person I was taking some more hits, so it wasn't as easy, but you know, it wasn't too bad at the same time. There's a lot of repetition involved, but that's pretty common in beat 'em ups. This would be a lot more fun with someone playing as Obelix, or even unlockables. Like, unlockable characters would be great, but I can understand why it's not possible. This would be a quick $20 purchase for an evening or two, unless you're a huge Asterix fan and you just willing to pay whatever. Game costs $34 full price. I got it around $20-25, so I was over the moon. I'm not really a huge Asterix fan, but I'm a huge beat 'em up fan. I thought this looked really cool. Despite the game's current issues, I would still give it a 9 out of 10. Honestly, even though there's weird glitches, it just, I'm not sure if we'll ever see another Asterix beat 'em up or a sequel, or it's not really like, I think it's starting to gain traction, at least in Europe and maybe in North America a bit. So I would just appreciate this game for what it is, like a really cool looking beat 'em up that's fun. You could play with kids too. They may not get all the jokes, but it's just really neat to see an Asterix beat 'em up. It's a breath of fresh air when a lot of like beat 'em ups are too hard, or just, you know, they feel like they're sort of following a certain pattern, and it's cool to see that this franchise has gotten something a bit different than a 3D collectathon, like the XXL series. So really, I'd say, as Obelix says, if you cannot do your best, then do the best you can. And this, even though this game doesn't reach like a, you know, without the bugs and everything, I feel like this is the best Asterix game we've gotten to date. I've played the 3D ones, I got bored of them. This one I wanted to keep on playing. Yeah, I would just like definitely give it a 9 out of 10. I know I rarely give out a 9 out of 10, but this is just so cool to see a beat 'em up, and especially Asterix beat 'em up. So do the best you can, enjoy this, savor it, and you know, maybe if we're really lucky, it's sold well enough so we can get a sequel, a better sequel too. So keep on gaming. Bye.